Aristotle wrote, "It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it." An often reported benefit of long-term semen retention is that one's luck increases. Highly improbable opportunities open up, and people begin gravitating towards them. Friends and foes from the past come back. Finances improve, and just about every aspect of life shifts into a more positive direction. Many have concluded that the entire universe as they know it transforms once beginning this practice. Preposterous, you may think, as I thought until experienced firsthand. The lines of esoteric knowledge and phenomena are at the core intertwined within the realms of science and observation. If you unravel these threads back far enough, you'll discover that there is method to this madness. Consider this: the entire universe you live inside of, from the insects to the people, to the buildings, to the cities, to the planets. The state of everything and its existence is hinged on one essential factor: the functioning of your brain. Without your brain, there is no universe in which to exist. If your brain isn't there to interpret it, then the universe, as you know it, ceases to be. We envisage the universe as existing externally, a physical location, functioning outside of our own mind within the confines of space and time. But this experience is occurring from within you, internally, within your being, within your brain. The universe may not even be a location at all, but merely a holographic projection of some other form of data that the brain is interpreting. Some may even say that this entire universe is but a large-scale manifestation of our very own brain, our brain cells within the nerve centers representing the stars within the galaxies. Have you ever noticed the remarkable similarities between our own brain structure and the structure of this universe? Both the universe and the brain have been constructed into a complex web or network that spreads out in long filaments and nodes that all connect together. Within both systems, only 30% of their masses are composed of galaxies and neurons. Both neurons and galaxies have a typical scale radius that's only a fraction of the length of the filaments, and the flow of information and energy between nodes is only around 25% of the mass and energy content of each system. Finally, within both systems, 70% of the distribution of mass or energy is composed of components playing an apparently passive role: water in the brain and dark energy in the observable universe. Studies on the similarities between the brain and the universe were conducted recently that drew deep comparisons of the structural, morphological, network properties and the memory capacity of these two systems. The tantalizing degree of similarity that our analysis exposes seems to suggest that the self-organization of both complex systems is likely being shaped by similar principles of network dynamics. Our brain and the universe are deeply interconnected. That is to say, inseparable, as we can't experience one without the other. From this perspective, we may see how the integrity of our own brain could directly influence the quality of this entire universe and our experience of it. The walls and dimensions of our brain making up the lining and spatial structure of the universe, and the lifespan of our brain representing the lifespan of the cosmos. In this way, any degradation to our brain could be reflected in degradation of the very fabric of reality itself, the end of our brain equating to the end of the universe. Spiritual leaders perhaps intuitively suspected this to be the case. Gandhi attributed the imperfections society was suffering from to have been caused by the imperfections that he had in himself, his own mind. If this holds true, that the universe is merely a holographic construction of our brain, then semen becomes not only the driving force of life, but the driving force of the universe itself. If our brain is embodying the universe, then what does the loss of our brain and nerve tissues from semen loss imply? Does the gradual degradation of the fibers of our very own being equate to the deterioration and destruction of this universe? It is said that semen and the brain are very similar in chemical composition. According to the research of R. Bernard, the ejaculation of the sex fluids equates to loss of brain and nerve constituents. Bernard stated, in view of the richness of semen in lecithin, cholesterol, phosphorus, and other constituents of nervous and brain tissue, it is clear that it is incontinence or loss of these valuable nerve-nourishing substances which, by promoting undernutrition, is responsible for disturbed functioning of the nervous system and brain. This may all sound ludicrous, but entertain the thought. Patterns in nature have a tendency to repeat themselves, as above and so below, as in the macro, so in the micro, fractals of reality that continue on into infinity. The vast improvement that semen retention is having on our brain's environment is unfolding out into the universe. The source of this powerful energy is indeed fractal and unfolds infinitely into the fabric of this universe. Not only is it your mind that is transforming, it is everything around you that is transforming too. The space in which you previously existed is no longer there. Not only is it your mind and body that transforms, but essentially the cosmos itself, as it generates universal energy from the conservation of your seed, the most powerful substance in the universe. This is why the universe begins to work in your favor. This energy you're accumulating will force you to evolve. The universe is supporting your growth and pushing your vessel into higher realms of existence. You're manifesting higher and higher towards the ultimate ideal, towards God itself. A symbiotic relationship exists in which the energy you conserve for the universe is returned to you from the universe. You are a vessel that is carrying out the universe's will, and with the preservation of the seed, the universe has more power to carry out your will, more power of existence over non-existence. It may sound overly metaphysical and unscientific to equate the condition of our brain with the condition of the universe, but such communicative relationships between particles and matter have been well explored and established scientifically in the field of quantum physics. The concept of microelements affecting macroelements links into the study of quantum entanglement. This year's 3 Nobel Prize winners received a prestigious award for their work in this field of quantum entanglement and concluded that this universe is not locally real. There is still much to be learned from this field, yet scientists are becoming aware of these invisible threads that connect particles to other particles in unobservable and unknowable ways. The 3 researchers conducted experiments that showed a special state called entanglement when multiple tiny particles are linked, in a sense, so that what happens to one determines what happens to the others, even when they are separated by large distances, the Nobel Committee wrote in a press release. When a scientist determines the state of a particle, all the others that are entangled with it will immediately take on the same state, regardless of where they are, even if they're in a distant galaxy. Working independently, Clauser and Aspect proved this phenomenon can't be explained by the typical laws of physics, and Zellinger demonstrated that entanglement can teleport information between linked particles. The universe will try to help you on semen retention. Doors you never knew existed will start opening. The force of your being will attract people and attention towards you. You are traversing through a labyrinth in this life with many forks and dead ends, but your semen retention journey begins to shift these walls into directions and higher paths that will lead you into higher planes of existence. This goes far beyond the physical realms. There is a reason you chose to come to this plane of existence. There is something that you are seeking and you have not yet found. Something in this universe. It is also seeking you. You can feel it getting closer. Retention will give you the necessary power to actualize this. 1 year of retention and you'll feel the shift. A light will guide you. Your path will become clearer and you'll know what to do next. The geniuses of our world knew this. The ancient philosophers knew this. An overwhelming majority remain oblivious to this practice. Through semen retention, you will discover the ultimate path to your destiny. You will discover your very reason for being.